Most people think the Shovelhead is just an old Harley chapter that's been closed for decades. But when I really started paying attention to what Harley's been doing lately, I realized something interesting. A modern Shovelhead revival in 2026 actually makes more sense now than it ever did before. That sounds crazy at first, I know. The Shovelhead name is heavy, it's emotional, it's risky, and Harley doesn't usually gamble with icons unless there's a deeper reason. What surprised me was how often the Shovelhead keeps coming up in conversations that have nothing to do with nostalgia. Custom builders, younger riders, even people who don't normally care about classic Harleys. They're not talking about specs, they're talking about attitude. I started comparing the Shovelhead to how Harley handled the Pan America. On paper, that bike shouldn't have worked, but Harley didn't chase the segment blindly. They reinterpreted their identity inside it, and that's exactly how a 2026 Shovelhead would have to exist. Most people assume a new Shovelhead would just be an old engine with modern emissions slapped on. That's the biggest misconception. If Harley does this, it won't be about recreating the past, it'll be about distilling it. When I think about the original Shovelhead, I don't think about horsepower numbers. I think about how raw it felt, how mechanical it was. You could hear it working. You could feel every decision Harley made back then. Modern Harleys are smooth, sometimes too smooth. A new Shovelhead would need to intentionally leave some rough edges. Not unreliable, not uncomfortable, but honest. Here's something most people miss. Harley's current lineup already covers comfort, touring, and performance pretty well. What it doesn't fully cover anymore is emotional rebellion. That's where the Shovelhead fits. I imagine a 2026 Shovelhead as a stripped-down, torque-first machine, not chasing peak horsepower, focused on low-end pull, sound character, and visual aggression. And no, I don't think it would use the Revolution Max engine. That motor is impressive, but it's too refined for what the Shovelhead name represents. If Harley brings this back, it needs a heartbeat that feels old school even if the internals are modern. What really got me thinking was Harley's recent design language. Bikes like the Nightster and Sportster S show they're willing to simplify visuals. Less chrome, more intent. A Shovelhead could take that further. Air-cooled look, even if it's partially oil-cooled. Big fins, exposed mechanical details. A bike that looks like it doesn't apologize for existing. Here's a practical insight if you're a potential buyer. This wouldn't be a daily commuter bike for everyone. And that's okay. The mistake a lot of riders make is expecting every motorcycle to be practical. The Shovelhead never was. It was a statement. In 2026, that statement would matter even more. Motorcycles are becoming quieter, cleaner, and more polite. A modern Shovelhead could be Harley's reminder that motorcycles don't have to be perfect to be meaningful. I also think pricing would tell the real story. If Harley prices it too high, it becomes a museum piece. If they keep it accessible, it becomes a cultural reset. And honestly, I think Harley knows this. They've seen what happens when bikes turn into luxury objects only. The brand loses its edge. Another thing I keep circling back to is customization. The original Shovelhead thrived because riders made it their own. Harley would need to design the 2026 version with that mindset baked in. Minimal electronics clutter, easy access points, a platform that builders actually want to tear apart. That's not something you can fake. Riders can tell when a bike is pretending to be customizable versus actually welcoming it. Here's a question I keep asking myself. Who is this bike really for? I don't think it's for longtime Harley purists only, and it's definitely not for people chasing lap times. It's for riders who want something that feels personal. People who are tired of riding something that feels overly optimized. People who want to feel the bike again. If Harley nails that balance, the Shovelhead name stops being a risk. It becomes a bridge. One last misconception I want to clear up. A 2026 Shovelhead doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. Sound is part of the experience, yes, but character goes deeper than noise. Throttle response, engine vibration tuned, not eliminated, the way the bike reacts at low speed. Those are the details that would make or break it. When I step back and think about it, the idea of a 2026 Harley-Davidson Shovelhead doesn't feel like nostalgia anymore. It feels like Harley asking itself a hard question. Not can we build this, but do we still believe in this? And honestly, if Harley answers that question the right way, the Shovelhead might not just come back. It might remind everyone why Harley mattered in the first place.